say, kids, what time is it?
She's back! Gina Carano is back in the pop culture news. Let's get right to it here. This comes to us from Bounding Into Comics, John F. Trent, today, January the 11th. I saw this exchange yesterday on Twitter while I was out running errands, and kind of got sucked into it a little bit and wanted to make a video about it, but didn't have time yesterday, so I'm getting to it today. So let's just dive right in and find out what is going on now. Gina Carano calls out the Hollywood Reporter's Richard Newby as a journalist who, quote-unquote, sold out America and exposes his utter ignorance. Terror on the Prairie actress and former Mandalorian star Gina Carano recently ripped into the Hollywood Reporter's Richard Newby, calling him a sellout journalist and claiming that he sold out America. I kind of laughed that his last name is Newby because his take on this sounds like exactly one of those. Sounds like he's new to this whole thing, or just not paying attention. Let's move on. Carano's comments came after Newby asserted that he would never stop laughing at the fact that Carano could have had her own Star Wars series, toys, books, comics, and apparel. Huh. You mean, like this and like this? And many other bobbleheads, Funko Pops, and whatnot of Cara Dune from Mandalorian. Let's move on. He added, she was that close. She didn't just fumble the bag. She dumped it out, put it over her head, and cut off her air supply. Newby's comments were in response to a user claiming that Carano's Terror on the Prairie film only earned $804 at the box office when it only had one screening, and was exclusively released on Daily Wire Plus. And as we know, not many leftists subscribe to Daily Wire Plus. So here's his tweet right here, which I saw and had a little chuckle. Despite working for the Hollywood Reporter, Newby would seemingly be unaware that Terror on the Prairie was released exclusively on Daily Wire Plus, at least at the time. In response to a user claiming that none of Carano's supporters bought a ticket to see the film, Newby replied, because they're not really supporters. Okay? So at this point, Gina sees this, apparently, and decides to jump in. And Gina Carano embodies everything that these kind of people claim to be fighting for, right? A champion of. She really is a strong woman, both physically and mentally, who has her own opinion. She has an independent thought process. That should be celebrated. But it's not. These people just pile on her because she won't get in line with the groupthink. So let's see what Gina had to say, and then we'll go from there. So Carano responded to Newby's comments, writing, "Here is a contributor of the Hollywood Reporter who repeatedly joins in an online mob of mostly anonymous accounts harassing me." She then informed him about Terror on the Prairie's exclusive release on Daily Wire Plus, saying, "Are you aware that we released Terror on the Prairie exclusively on the Daily Wire and you didn't know that? Or are your ignorance in spreading or are ignorance and spreading hate your only purpose here?" Well, it is twit-twat. That is pretty much everybody's purpose on twit-twat. Carano then addressed Newby's claims that she fumbled the bag. She wrote, "I didn't fumble the bag. I just didn't want to go along with the sellout narrative. The online mob couldn't handle that, so they petitioned to have me fired and won." And as we've known over the last couple of years, Mucusfilm, not Lucasfilm, Mucusfilm, is all about getting rid of people who will not climb aboard the right way of thinking, which is not the right way. It's the left way, the far left way. It's not even classic liberal beliefs. This is like, Marxist level shit. I'm sorry for that. I stood for what I believe the right thing to do was, and the more time that goes by, the better I feel, Carano declared. Well, good for her. It can't be easy to have an online mob cost you your livelihood your career, and try to just destroy your life for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This channel, Edson and I, have always stood with Gina Carano and will continue to stand with Gina Carano. She then went after Newby, describing him as a sellout journalist and one who sold out America. Carano tweeted, "The genuine bag fumble is sellout journalists like you who sold out America and stopped asking questions to be liked by a fickle, manipulated mob. That is what you valued, and that will be your legacy." Boom! Mic drop. Gina Carano. I had to follow up with telling Mr. Newby himself that journalist falls below prostitution as a legitimate career path. She then informed her followers that Newby blocked her after she fired back at him. Of course he did. Of course he did, because he can't handle fact. Facts don't care about your feelings. He was completely embarrassed, clearly. So what's he try to do? Sweep it under the rug, pretend it didn't happen, and move on. But the internet lives forever, and because of screen captures and whatnot, his boobery will be epitomized for all time. It's just on display for all to see. So, yeah. So here's Gina's tweet or reposting of an Instagram post that it got her in all the trouble. And she really didn't say anything wrong. She pretty much said exactly what happened to her. That neighbor turns on neighbor, the mob comes after you. And it just makes the job of the authoritarians easier. And that's what got her in trouble. So either way, Gina Carano is to be admired for this. I think she is, much like the previous video that Edson put up with Emily Blunt, is truly a strong woman and should be applauded as such. So anyway, that's all I got. Would love to know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Please smash the like button if so inclined. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it'd be awesome if you could. It will help us grow, and we can provide much more content going forward. Until then, I will talk to you soon, or see you on the next video, or sometime. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GeekTimeNet. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?